So hello and
So
welcome
hello
to
and
another
welcome to
live
another live
where we will be
where we will be
discussing the
discussing the
versus India T20I series. Plenty of takeaways, plenty of talking points there, and social media is abuzz with the series defeat 3-2 West Indies won. And we'll be discussing all the key takeaways and hot topics from this. I'm joined by Rajaraman, Akreo, and Joydeep as well. Joydeep will be joining very soon. So I'll start with Raja sir. First of all, 3-2 defeat against West Indies. I think it is the first time in 17 years that India have lost a T20 series against West
against West
Indies.
Indies.
What were your
What were
takeaways?
your
What are
takeaways? What are what?
Yes,
Yes,
it's a little
it's a little
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
We have got to
We have
discuss
got to
the
discuss
defeat of
the
the
West
West
Indies.
Indies. There was a time
There was a
where
time
we
where we
celebrated in Indian
celebrated in
victory
Indian
in
victory
the West,
in the West
1980
1980
when West Indies in Burmese for the first time. There were celebrations in India. But now when you lose to West Indies, it's a shocker. I don't think this Indian team intended to uh, give off its 100%. They were experimenting. I think I don't think they were very intent on winning the series. They were just intent on trying to find a new combination, see work things around, and see what is likely to happen in the World Cup next time around. But I don't think anybody is going to be happy, least of all the Indian cricket team.
Absolutely. And Jayadipta, if I am audible, then I'll like to ask you about the decision to bat first. It was a call that Hardik Pandya said that the entire team management and the team discussed prior to taking that call, and it was a tough call in the series decide especially. Do you think that was the right move to bat first and make the tough call of doing something which is seen as the hardest part in T20 cricket?
Yeah, I've been baffled by a few things, just not batting first. I've been baffled by the fact that Surya, who can bat anywhere, three, four, five, six, Sanju can only at his best is a three. So why not have Sanju bat at three, especially in a crunch game? I can understand that. Okay, you're ahead in the series. You will try different players at different places. I can understand, but you're 2-0 down. You have clawed your way back to 2-2, and now you've got everything to play for. Sanju loves three, Surya superb at five or six. Now, Jaiswal got out early. You exposed Surya to the new ball. You want to protect him a little bit because what he can do in T20 cricket, nobody in the Indian team can. And there's a brand new
Right.
Kookaburra ball in place. So why do you want to expose him with 19 overs to go when you have a guy who wants to go into bat with 19 overs to go and can avail the power play? The Surya can also do
Right.
it. We know that. But what Surya can do, nobody else can do at number five or six. And
Right.
Sanju can do that at three. So for me, Sanju bats at three. Four is fine. Five is where Surya comes in. He controls the game. If we are in trouble, he bails us out. If we're going well, he adds more to it at the top.
Hmm.
For me, the new ball should be started by Mukesh because he is a new ball bowler. He averages 21 with the new ball in first class cricket. So you give him the new ball, Hardik 1 over, okay, but Mukesh is not coming in bowling in the 11th over, in the 18th over. So I want him to bowl the first over. He's playing in the team as a fast bowler. His skill
Right.
set is fast bowling. So he bowls with the new ball, with the Kookaburra ball, gets a few batters out up front. He's the guy who can get West Indies 10 for 2. I can imagine
Right.
Hardik bowling the first over, but I still want Mukesh to bowl 2 overs in the power play because he
Right.
has the ability to get proper batters out. He's a proper
Right.
bowler. So
Right.
everything put together, Akshar didn't bowl in one game. So I'm a little baffled, not just by batting first, but a lot of the things that are happening. And in the IPL is
Hmm.
different. IPL, you're only answerable to your franchise. As a country, you're answerable to the country.
Hmm. And there's a comment from Anish Shah. He is a Joydipta fan like all of us are. Huge respect to Joydip sir. Love to see you back in action in live stream after ages.
I'm
And
so
he's currently
I'm so glad these discussions have started. We used to have
yes,
this a lot, and
yes,
you know it's great to have Rajaraman sir and Rathu, who's been a friend for a long time. They understand cricket. They've been around. You will never get as much out in an article as you will get. I'm all for articles. I've written one today, but I'm saying these
right.
interactive sessions. You get into each other's head. You feed off each other, and this is great. I love this.
Absolutely, and that's why we are doing this live sessions again to have this different perspective, different opinions about all things cricket. And on that point, I'll go to Akbar here. Joydipta mentioned a very crucial point there. Some of the decisions were baffling, like batting first and the series decided, not giving Mukesh Kumar the new ball, or rather bowling him in the 10th or 11th over, where Mukesh's strength we all know is with the new ball. Do you think these are the some of the decisions which Hardik Pandya missed out, perhaps in the tactical side?
I agree with most of those because we had discussed earlier that earlier in the series there was his Hardik Pandya's handling of spinners, especially under bowling the spinners in crunch situations. That became a topic of discussion. And the toss part apart, I would say I agree with Joydeep completely that by leaving Mukesh Kumar out of the new ball attack, I mean, not giving him the new ball, India has reduced their chances of striking early because Mukesh Kumar is in the team because he can strike with the new ball. That is what his specialty is. That is what he does. That is why he has been chosen for. And
Right.
Hardik Pandya, I have been noticing that ever since he started, he became captain of the Gujarat IPL side. He started opening the bowling, sharing the new ball, and that has not changed in white ball cricket for India in 50 overs and in 20 overs. My take on
Right.
this is simple: that Hardik is a very, very, very handy bowler. He's undoubtedly is a more than capable bowler. But there is a difference between a capable bowler and a wicket-taking bowler. That is where I think, I mean, I don't disagree with the point that he also wanted to use Mukesh towards the end. You can give him 2 overs in the power play and give him 2 overs at the back. But holding him back
Right.
till the 18th over, 14th over, 10th over in that order, probably I found very surprising because Mukesh is
But
always
actually, he
picking
came
up
to
the
bowl in
wicket.
the 11th over, which was not really at the end.
Yes.
So you tried everybody and said, okay, well, Mukesh, why don't you also come and have a bowl? It was like that.
True. Yeah, there was
My
a
my
role
own my own
confusion
take
there.
my own take, Shubhayan, is very simple. I think he did not he made the mistake of not bowling Akshar Patel left arm spin. He tried that in the fourth
Yeah.
game. He should have done that. You see what Akil Hussain did. I
Yeah.
don't think Akil compares with Akshar Patel as a left arm spinner, but he kept bowling those armers and picking up those crucial wickets. I thought he missed a trick there. Uh, to me, this whole series has been about Hardik Pandya, the captain, trying to discover Mukesh as a death overs bowler rather than as a new ball bowler. I think he knows
Right.
at the back of his mind what Mukesh can do. He was giving him an opportunity to try and explore a new facet to himself, bowl in the death overs, kept Arshdeep away from the death. We all know what Arshdeep can do with the old ball in the death overs in T20 cricket. But I think they were trying to experiment a few things. But like we discussed last week, experiments should not come at the cost of defeat. There was very nice. Obviously, you can say
2-2
that.
score. Not at 2-2 in the series. You can do your
Yeah. Right.
experiments,
Absolutely,
but not at
absolutely.
2-2.
But last night we've got also to keep in mind, Shubhayan and Joydeep and Athas, that there was a bit of rain on the track and the track changed character. To my mind, it changed character and the ball came on nicely. And then, of course, Kuldeep could not grip the ball as well as he would have liked to. So the
Right.
game changed because of rain. I'm not offering it as an excuse, but as students of the game, I think we need to consider the fact that the rain did play a role on the flattening of the track and on Kuldeep not being as effective. Having said that, I think Hardik Pandya's captaincy, he was perhaps exploring a lot himself. I was speaking to somebody in Gujarat Titan, and he was very clear that all this would not have happened had Ashish Nehra been circling around the boundary line.
Mm. Yes. Yes, Jyoti, please.
Yeah, so Rajaranana makes a really good point. You know what happens? Now in the West Indies, they're probably just covering the square. In India, sometimes even the outfield is covered because the practice
Right.
pitches are there. So the ball gets wet anywhere outside the square, and this white ball, it's like a wet soap. And then, as a spinner, you just want to put the ball on the place. You're not imparting enough because you know you can't get enough grip. So you're somehow putting the ball on the spot and hoping the batter makes a mistake, but it's taking your potency out because you're not putting enough revs on the ball. Now Kuldeep is lethal because he puts revs on the ball. Now if the
Right.
revs come out, he's not lethal anymore. So it's a very, very important point that he makes. And with my, I'm all for experiment. But at the end of the day, just to give you an example, Man City also does a lot of experiment, but they win 3 trophies. Not
Right.
at the cost of winning trophies, not at the cost of winning games. There are times when you do, when it's the last 2 games of the season and you have to win both, he won't experiment. He might experiment with the number 19 or with the number 16 team or in the first round, or if he's already qualified for the Champions League in the last playoff game, he might try a few players. So there are
Right.
times to experiment. And at the end of the
Hmm.
day, this whole series, we Test series we barely won 1-0. One day series we won 2-1 and we lost it. So this has been an abysmal tour for India. And we're talking with West Indies who are way below par at this point in time. They haven't qualified for the World Cup.
Right. Right, absolutely, and yeah, that's a very valid point. Anubhav has two questions. We'll take both of them. Let's go to the first comment, Swapnil, our producer, which is for Rajaraman sir. Bit off topic. Heartiest congratulations to Rajaraman sir on being chosen as press attaché for India at the Asian Games 2023.
Third treat,
So
Thank
many
you.
third treat,
congratulations.
third treat. All this is okay, third treat.
All in good time. We'll meet during the
Yes.
World Cup for sure. We'll meet during the
Absolutely,
first. The
and
job has to be done. The job has to be
yeah.
done, and when we do a good job, treats will follow definitely.
Treats will follow. That's an on record thing now. So let's move on to the next question. Does less usage of Mukesh Kumar in T20s against West Indies means management has realized his best format is Test and ODI? Does it mean he won't feature against Ireland at all? Joydeep is someone who discovered Mukesh, so I'll go to Joydeep to decode this to answer this one. What are your thoughts?
No, I think it's the other way around. I think they're trying to find the death bowler. They're trying everybody. They're giving
Hmm.
Mukesh a run. They know how good Mukesh is with the new ball. There's no question about that. How good can he be under pressure? But my point is, you get 4 overs in a game like yesterday. I would have given 2 to Mukesh. So first one Hardik, 2 Arshdeep, 3 Mukesh. Then 4 maybe Hardik if
Hmm.
need be, or Arshdeep or Kuldeep, whoever you want. We've also seen the best captains don't bowl the same bowlers for too many overs in the power play. They want, because every bowler bowls differently on every day. So I would go and face a really good bowler on a Monday, and if I was over there not on a Tuesday, he'd be different. He might be better, he
Hmm.
might be worse, he might be quicker, he might be slower, because he's also human. He's not a machine. He's
Right.
not the bowling
Right.
machine that you put it on 75, it's coming on 75. So when you have different bowlers bowling, then the batter takes a little bit of time to get used to it. The moment you bowl the first over, you come and bowl the third over, you're predictable. You know what is coming up as a batter. Especially if you haven't lost wickets, with West Indies hadn't. So you're bowling to the same
Right.
batters. So I thought they missed a trick over there by not bowling Mukesh. And Mukesh has this ability to get real good batters out defending the ball. I've seen him for the past six,
Right.
7 years. So you're taking that out of him by getting him in the 11th over because the Kookaburra ball, we need 2 balls to play 50 overs. That's how good the Kookaburra ball stays. That just goes to show that it's the first 5 or 6 where he can come in. After that, the swing is gone.
Hmm.
And as good a cricketer Hardik is, Mukesh is the better bowler.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. And yes, I think whatever cricket I know, however, how much Mukesh I have seen, he is as lethal as with the new ball as anyone can get. He can get odd bounce, he can move the ball both ways actually, and he's a lethal bowler. Arthur, there's a very burning question that is going on, and that's the next question from SS98. Tilak Verma for the ODI World Cup. Any similarities with Suresh Raina? So this is a hot topic. Many are pitching in Tilak Verma for ODI World Cup in case Shreyas Iyer or KL Rahul or either of them is not fit. Tilak Verma an odd choice for the ODI World Cup or Asia Cup before that?
To answer the second part of the question first, that yes,
Hmm.
similarity between Tilak Verma and Suresh Raina because they are left-handed batters,
Right.
and I leave it there. And I think the answer should be yes, because first we do not know if Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul are both going to be fit before the World Cup, or I mean before the Asia Cup. So,
Hmm.
and even if both of them are fit, there would still be a slot among the reserves at least for a middle order batter. For that, the duel or the contest will be between Tilak Varma and Surya Kumar Yadav. It's a very tough call because Surya Kumar has been part of the white ball setup for quite some time, although his ODI record is not good, and even his list take record is far less impressive than we think. And this is the I would say this is the right time to blood Tilak Varma. Yeah, you have already let him made him make his debut at in the T20 level, but the kind of form he has shown, the kind of composure he has shown, and the kind of temperament, maturity, those things speak very highly in his favor. And he also showed an urge to finish the match. If you remember the third match that India won,
Right.
he was unbeaten on 49 that match.
Yes.
He
Which
made it
Hardik
a
finished
point
with
that
it.
he will not throw it away. Yeah. So he has shown a lot of good qualities, and we are not in a situation where we have a set 11 or a set 15 at the moment. We can't say that. Things are quite fluid because of uncertainty over two key middle order slots due to injury, and there is a bit of a dilemma, we can say, over Surya Kumar Yadav. So Tilak Verma is, I think, should get a look in.
Hmm. Rajaraman 2019, we had a Vijay Shankar. 2023, will we have a Tilak Varma? What do you think?
I would look forward to watching a left-handed bat in the middle order. While KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer bring their own qualities to the table, I think the freshness that Tilak Varma will bring. Also, he gives you the option of bowling a couple of overs of uh, off spin, as you
Yeah.
might want to call it. He did that yesterday, picked up a wicket as well. Now, if you
Less.
groom him well, he might then turn out to be that Suresh Raina who can bowl a few overs of off spin, field well as well. I mean, if I have a say, Tilak Varma will figure in the World Cup primarily because he's left-handed and he brings a freshness to the side. I think what has happened in the last year and a half is that India has tried a number of batters at number four. None of them has really held on to the place and stayed fit at the same time. So it's going to be interesting to see what Ajit Agarkar and company do. But I would really like to see Tilak Varma in the middle order because of the left-handedness that he brings in to the table.
Jaideep, your thoughts? You have seen Tilak Varma in domestic as well while commentating. You have seen him when I
Yeah.
guess when nobody else has seen.
No, I agree with both these gentlemen, but I just feel that, when you talk about the Suresh Raina, especially once somebody who's finished his career, you always see him at his best. And it's not fair on Tilak Verma to be counted. He's just starting off. So I'm trying to think how Suresh Raina was in his first season. And I think Tilak Verma is better than Suresh Raina in the first season. I'm not saying that he's going to be better than Suresh Raina as a finished product. But as far as the start is concerned, he's a better product. That's because of the system that BCCI has and the IPL teams have in place. So when Suresh Raina was starting out, the grooming for young players were not as good. It wasn't bad. It wasn't as good as it is now. Just to give you an example, Mumbai Indians had a camp in the UK last week.
Right.
Now Suresh Raina didn't have no IPL team had a camp outside India back in the day. So
Right.
next time, the players who go to UK to play know the conditions there. So now the grooming of the players is a lot better. Number one. Number two, I feel Suresh Raina used to be more 5'6" than 4 because there was Virat and Rohit and everybody else and Sachin at the time also playing. So I feel if he bats at 4, he's good, but at 5'6", the skill set will be a little different. So that's where the power it is coming, the Yuvrajas, the Dhonis. Now, what happens when KL comes back? What happens when Shreyas Iyer comes back? Will he stay 4? Will he go to 5'6"? If he stays at 4, I'm good. I would rather play him in Asia Cup and see how it pans out for him. And keep him in the squad. Athers has said that. Keep him in the
Yeah.
squad.
And then there's a very heartfelt story about Tilak Verma and Suresh Raina. Actually, Suresh Raina is Tilak Verma's idol, and his coach had once told me back in 2016 when Tilak was going through a very rough form during his age group cricket. His coach made sure that he pulled a few strings and made sure that he could help Tilak meet Suresh Raina during one of the IPL games, and that conversation, that 5 minute chat, actually boosted Tilak's hunger to score more runs and perform well in age group cricket. So that is how things turned. Now he's being compared to Suresh Raina now.
Well done, Shubha, and good insight, buddy.
Thank you, thank you. So let's move to another hot topic. we all have said that Tilak Verma should be then and thereabout in the Asia Cup squad or at least in the World Cup reserves. But what about Sanju Samson? I mean, he has gotten this opportunity. West Indies series was being looked as his opportunity, his golden opportunity to make his
But
mark for the Asia
yeah,
Cup.
but Lionel Messi was playing at left back, so you can't score goals from there.
Yeah, I agree. But at the same time, we have seen like Surya came in at 5'6". He played at number 4 also when Virat was at 3, and he took all his opportunities initially and scored some big runs. So for India, I think whatever I've heard, whatever opportunities like in interviews, players so casually say that I am ready to perform, I am ready to play anywhere my team wants me to play. But when you are getting that opportunity, you have to score runs. And Sanju Samson, 9, 51, 12, 7, and 13 across ODIs and T20Is against West Indies is the rope
Shubhayan,
cutting shot for
Shubhayan,
Samson.
Shubhayan, for me, just because one person does it doesn't mean that everybody's going to do it. Surya is that sort of player. In KKR, he used to win matches for them at number 6. I've
Right,
seen him win matches number 6, number 5, number 4, open. He's a multi-dimensional player. Now, all I'm
right,
saying here is that there's another name I'll give you, which is Huda. Huda, when he batted at 3 for India, did really well.
hmm,
But when the stars came back,
right,
he went to 5 and 6, and he lost his place. He's out of the
right,
scene right now. He's at a poor ranking.
right.
So all I'm saying is that you got to play the players at the right position, and then you take a call on them. He's batted out of position. He hasn't had a good talk. Ishan Kishan has batted in position. He hasn't batted number 5,
Yeah.
has he?
No.
So Ishan Kishan is not batted where Sanju Samson is batted.
Hmm.
He's batted open. So he's got his place where he bats, and Sanju is batted out of position. And we are comparing two people, and we are saying one is done and one hasn't. But we're also on the same vein as to say one has batted in position, one hasn't. That's all I'm saying.
But Joydipta, I mean, there are not many series now. The next assignment is Asia Cup, and this was the only opportunity to showcase some form. At least, if not play big knocks, then at least play some high impact knocks where you can impress the selectors. Samson has failed to do both. So I think, if you have to ask me, then I think I don't see Sanju Samson really in that Asia Cup squad, even if both KL Rahul and Shreyas Iyer don't make it. Rajaraman, after if you want to chip in, your thoughts on Sanju Samson's tour of West Indies?
I think he would like to forget it as a batter, but I think he kept wicket well. Uh,
Yeah,
I think he's kind of holding on to his place because of his wicket keeping. He's definitely a better wicket keeper than Ishan Kishan. All this wouldn't pop up had Rishabh Pant been available, fit, and then playing for India. But at the moment, it is a toss up between the two of them. So it depends on what the captain wants. It depends on what the coach believes. I think Sanju Samson is the better wicketkeeper batter, and Ishan Kishan. He has also got his opportunities. I don't think he set the West Indies ablaze with his batsmanship in
right.
the limited format. Definitely not. So you're choosing one or the other. Don't have much of a choice there. Go back to history. Go back and see what data tells you. But I think Sanju Samson, when you give him the confidence, when you tell him that he's going to be in for a long run, he will perhaps perform better. He's a better batter than we saw him in the West Indies. But you can say the same thing of Ishan Kishan, can't you?
Absolutely. I completely agree at that point. But Ishan Kishan is being seen as a backup opener in 50 over format, like for the Asia Cup and World Cup. Whereas Sanju Samson, his slot is at number 6. And if I remember correctly, last year there was some interview on BCCI TV where Sanju Samson clearly said that the team management has stated that they want to see him as a finisher at number 5, number 6. So it's like he got that opportunity to prepare mentally as well for that particular role. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. After what do you think?
I agree with Joydeep that Sanju was possibly not used in the right position. But I also agree with Rajaraman and Shubhan that if selectors will eventually go by the number of runs scored, and although the point Joydeep is making is very, very valid, I'm not sure what kind of weightage that will be given when the selectors meet. So at the
Hmm.
moment, it looks as if Sanju is going to lose out on a middle or a slot as far as India's ODI plans go.
Hmm. And we had another question from Anubhav. Let's take
I
that.
mean, that is
It's
that,
also
that is
very
keeping into account. That is taking into account that both of these are not available. I mean, Rahul and
okay.
Iyer.
Yes. I'm pretty sure one of them is definitely going to be available. आप लोगों को क्या लगता है will UZ Chahal feature in the 11 in ODI World Cup 2023 considering Kuldeep has started bowling brilliantly again and India would not like to field non-batters from 8 to 11? That's also a very good question actually. Yuzvendra Chahal didn't get to play a single match in the West Indies ODI series and before that earlier in this year against Australia also he was completely benched for the series. Uh, if you have to ask me, I am not seeing actually. I am not seeing Yuzvendra Chahal in that 15. What are your thoughts, Joydipta?
I'm actually seeing him in the 15 because I feel that there will be some games where he might want to play an extra spinner. This World
Mm-hmm.
Cup is here. There will be some centers against some teams who don't play him well. I see him in the 15 because I know Jadeja is going to be there, Akshay is going to be there, Kuldeep is going to be there. He's my fourth spinner. I know there are too many, but we also will have two spinners playing in the 11 because in the last World Cup we had Yuvraj who would come and bowl. None of our batters bowl anymore. I mean, I'm talking about spin. If you take Hardik out, none of our batters bowl. So that's a bit of an issue. So Yuvraj did the job of the third spinner. Here there's going to be no third spinner. So you might want to play with two frontline fast bowlers or even one fast bowler, Hardik, and three spinners as your bowling attack, depending on the pitch. You're playing in Chennai. If there's a game over there and the wicket is a little bit like Chennai can be at times, then why not play three spinners over there? Especially when it's against a team that doesn't play spin well. So I would want to have a player like him in my squad to be able to use whenever I want, vis-a-vis not have him in the squad and keep him out of the equation.
No, absolutely. And I think Swapnil has somehow entered our discussion as well. So we'll keep it as a technical glitch for here. But to end this discussion, I think Yuzvendra Chahal, if you have to have that third spinner, then Akshar Patel is another option. If you want to strengthen your batting unit and bring an extra spinner as well. So Yuzvendra Chahal, if I have to count my 15, then I seriously doubt UZ Chahal will make it. Rajaman sir, your closing call on that?
I think it's difficult for Chahal, much as we would like uh, Kuldeep and Yuzvendra Chahal to form that combination. I see it getting difficult for the selectors, primarily because you will have Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel, both of them, not just for their bowling but also for their fielding and perhaps a little bit for their batting. Jadeja definitely for his batting as well. Akshar Patel hasn't performed really well with the bat. You would have expected more from him. But I don't see Chahal getting into the 15. It seems difficult at this point of time. But I'm sure the selectors will take a punt because, as Jaideep said, some teams don't play wrist spinners well at all. And it might make sense for the team to drop an Akshar Patel or even a Jadeja and play both the wrist spinners in the World Cup. I guess it will depend on what kind of tracks are laid out for the Indian matches. But at the moment, it seems difficult for Chahal to figure in the 15.
Adru, to add to that Chahal point, Anubhav has another question among pacers who do you feel has cemented his spot in the Indian T20 11 so far? T20, I think, is a bit far. T20 World Cup is next year. So let's wait on that. In terms of ODI World Cup, I think Shami Siraj and Bumrah are going to be the three spearheads with Shardul Thakur as another option. After you agree with that?
I think
I
so
do.
because if Hardik is there as Hardik will obviously be there in the side, and in that case, if they go for four fast bowlers, if Bumrah is fit, it's going to be Bumrah, Shami, Siraj, and Shardul because of his batting abilities. In that
Hmm.
case, there is no room for the fourth spinner possibly in the 15, and the only way of accommodating somebody like Chahal in that case is dropping one medium pacer or fast bowler from that 15, which I don't think there will be four spinners and three medium pacers in the squad. So fingers crossed, but I think it's tough for Chahal, and if Bumrah stays fit, then that looks like, and if everybody stays fit, the names we have taken, fitness is a big
Mhm.
factor for all of them. So if things
Mhm.
go according to plans and according to wishes, Bumrah, Shami, Siraj, Shardul in that order. Yeah,
That order. Arthur has given his call as four pacers, and of course, he has said that UV Chahal, it looks a bit tough
something
for him.
I find I find very strange in the Indian spin combination that there are times, like in West Indies, they played three spinners, and very rarely do you see a three-spin attack which doesn't have an off spinner, uh, which is possibly how India will have to deal with it going ahead to the World Cup. And but again, I mean, yes, if you have two left-arm spinners, then why not something else? Joydeep has raised a very
Yes.
Yeah.
interesting
So,
question.
I was just thinking aloud that why would I want to Ravindra Jadeja and Akshar Patel both in the 15? If one of them get injured, if Jadeja is in the 11, in the 15, he gets injured, Akshar Patel can come in. But we are not having a replacement for Virat Kohli, one for Rohit Sharma, one for the keeper. So then there should be a 22-member squad, 11 playing, 11 reserves. So I would rather have an Akshar Patel, a Jadeja, a Chahal, and a Kuldeep, my three spinners, because they're three different spinners. So why would they want Jadeja and Akshar both? Normally India travel with 16 or 18, then it's different. But if it's 15, then your 12, 13, 14, 15 has to be one fast bowler, one batter, one all-rounder, and one spinner. So that's why I want my spinners not to be cut from the same cloth. Because if Jadeja has a season-ending or a tournament-ending injury, then you can get Akshar Patel into the squad, and that's where he comes in. I don't see Akshar Patel and Jadeja playing together in the 11. I don't see that at all.
That's why a free tip to all the young cricketers from my side, who are especially bowlers, start batting at the nets. That is going to help you out. If Chahal was a decent bat, even like an Azari Joseph, then I think that would have helped his case a lot.
Subhan, in 50 over cricket, 2011 World Cup were high scoring games, 330,
Yes.
340, tied games in India, flat wickets. So you need people to take wickets. You can't restrict. If you take the best captain, you speak to a Dhoni, you speak to a Ganguly, they'll say, I don't want my premier bowler to bowl 10 overs 40 because then two other bowlers are going at 10-70. I want them to be 10-47, 4, 3. Then I am making inroads. Then the other guy is also going for 10-50 and not 10-70. Then we are in the game. So for me, Kuldeep is a wicket taker. Chahal is a wicket taker, and I'll always go for wicket takers. Jadeja will play because of the package that he is: bat, ball, field, on the ground, live wire. But as a bowler, I agree. Batting helps, but who will get me wickets? Who will get me batters out? And this is not T20 where after 4 overs they'll get themselves out. You have to get good batters out.
I would love to be a fly on that room where when Rohit Sharma, Rahul Dravid, Ajit Agarkar, all the selectors meet to pick the Asia Cup and World Cup squad. What will be their thought process? Hopefully, we'll get a press conference from BCCI on that team selection. But let's see what the future holds. But I think that was another session of terrific discussion. Some great points made, some great topics covered. I think we have covered all the hot topics from the series. Now we await the Asia Cup squad announcement, which is expected to happen this week. Let's see. But thank you so much, Rajaraman, Apto, Joydeep, for taking your time out for this discussion, and to all our viewers. We'll be back again once the Asia Cup squad is announced this week. We'll be discussing everything that is going to happen there. So thank you so much again, and thank you for watching us.
Thank you.
Thank you.